Didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Throwing here, Purdy.
This is caught.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Gibbs. Touchdown, Houston.
And you can bet when they were in that huddle, there's definitely some urgency because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now so we don't have to run this on 4th down, and there'll be extra bodies in the hole. That's excellent work there at the point of attack. All it takes is one little crease as he fights his way into the end zone.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Kick team as they'll send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Richardson. That complete to Downs.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Richardson looking to throw this. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Richardson on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Back to the air with Richardson.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Richardson looking to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's one. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The drive continues. Tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
And Richardson yet again. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Here's Richardson to throw.
His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Richardson.
Now he'll escape to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Flush to his right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Now it's Richardson.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Christian Harris.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Richardson.
It's complete to Cook. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Again, it's Richardson.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. Well, I think the Colts got this. They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They had the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Richardson
trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Richardson working from the gun.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Adnan Mitchell.
32 yards.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here comes 2nd down. Purdy. Finding Schultz.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. A little bit of an unconventional call there.
Yeah, but it worked, and how great was that? That's got to give them a lift in this situation.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Throwing.
He can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Purdy to throw.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Richardson. Got his man. It's Warren.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Richardson to throw it.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now. Extra point attempt to come here. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy.
He's going to let it fly.
This ball intercepted. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game.